this lesson, we are going to learn how to add shadows ingredient to our text. Then we end it with how to arrange our layer. That's layer arrangement. So we are going to do three things. The first one is how to add shadow. Then we learn how to add gradients to our text. Then we end it with how to arrange or how to deal with our layers. So let's select this one and let's delete this. We don't need it now, so you just click on the delete to just delete that particular text. So we are going to enter our new text. So let's go to the text tool and then click on text, and let's either double click on it, let's double click on it and enter a text. So let's say happy birthday. Okay, so we want the text to be in uppercase, so it's okay for us. So let's drag it to the center and let's open it up. Or you can equally go to the size. Let's check the size and use the size rather to open it up. Okay, so this one is okay for us. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, as I said, we are going to apply shadow. So let's scroll to make sure that the text is selected. We scroll to through the properties of that text tool. We are going to see a shadow. So let's search for it and see. Okay, so we have shadow. So with this shadow, we have two different options. We have the shadow, the normal shadow, and we have the inner shadow. With the normal shadow, the shadows are seen at the edges of the text, and with the inner shadow, the shadows are inside the text. So any of them that you want to use, you can just use it. Okay, so we want the text here to be bolded. So let's go to the star and change something there. Okay, so let's change the star here. Let's bolden it a bit, and let's go to the fonts. Okay, I think let's maintain the fonts, and let's go to color and change the color. Let's change the color. So if you want to add gradients before we go to the shadows, let's do the gradient before we go to the shadow. So let's try to add gradient to our work. So let's click on gradient, and you have so many gradients that you can select from. So any gradient that you want to use, you can just select and then you use it. If you have your own gradient you want to use, you can click on the plus sign. Then you give an option to change the color combinations, which we have already learned in the previous lesson. Okay, so you have one here, and you change this one also to let's use white. Okay, let's use white. Okay, good. So we have this kind of gradient here. You can see that. So if you still want to edit the gradient, you can just still click on it and you change the direction of how the gradient should appear. So you can zoom, you can bring the pointers up or down to check how the ratio of the text. So now you can see that you have a powerful text here. I wanted the text to be in this thing. In two lines. So let's double click on it again and use the space bar or the enter key to do that effect. So let's set it here and let's check the alignment. let's use the alignment here, and let's align to the center. So now we can open it up so that we get a huge text here. Okay, so let's place it here. Okay, so now we are through with this. Now let's go to our shadow. That's the actual work we want to do. Now we are done with the gradient. Now let's go back to shadow. So let's click on the shadow tool and let's enable it. Okay, now you can see that the moment you enable it, you can see some shadows here, but it's not that perfect. So you can make the perfection. But I want the shadow to appear so that you can see. So let me remove the okay, let's maintain it and let's continue. Let's maintain and continue, and let me go back to the shadow again and continue from where we stopped. So click on the shadow. Now we have the first one is the shadow color. Normally we have black shadows, but you can use a different color based on the work you're doing. You can use a shadow which has a different apart from black. It can also give you a nice effect. So let's try one of them and see. You can see that the shadow has now changed to a different color. Okay, now with opacity tool we can change the opacity as we've done in previous lessons, but this one we want the opacity to be 100%. But the blur radius is very low, so we want it to be thicker. So you can just drag the slider or use the plus sign to make the blur huge, or you can just reduce it to any radio that you want. So we just want ours to be at this section here. Okay, so let's maintain it here and we are good to go. So you can see that there are some shadows at the back. Okay, so we have the outer glow. So the outer glow, let's enable the outer glow. You can see the effects. If you don't want to use it, you can just turn it off, up and down. Okay, so we have the offset. So that is the distance. So we have the x distance. That is it will move the text from or away from it in the x direction. That's on the x axis, and the y axis that is from top to down. So based on how you want your distance or your text to be your shadow to be distant from your work. Okay, so that is it. So let's scroll. So that is it. So we have these are the features that you have under the shadow. So let's perfect it. Let's make it perfect here. So let's make perfect here. So we have reduced the radius to 0% or 0 degree, and with the offset let's reduce the x-axis a bit here, and with the y-axis too, let's reduce it. Okay, so let's use this one rather. So let's make the shadow go to this section, and let's increase the offset a bit. Okay, let me use the plus. Okay, so that's the uses of the offset and the others. So we can just use the plus sign. Okay, so let's change the background, the color to a different color and see the effect. Okay, now you can see if you use black, it shows nicely for you. So okay, so that's it. So that's how we add shadows. So you can see that here the nice shadow effects here. Now let me add this one. We have something called embossment. Embossment too, that's another effect you can add to your text. So let's go to embossment. You can see the embossment here. So let's click on it and let's enable it. So you see the effect that is appear on your text. that one too, you can have the degree here based on how the direction you want your text to be embolded or embossed. So whilst you change this angle, you need to check your work area and see if the effect that is applied on your work is okay for you. You can use the intensify or the intensity tool. So you check the slider as you adjust it. You can see the effect is not taking effect. Okay, so these are the other things that you can use. So you can just work with it, and if you're okay with what you're seeing, you just click on the OK or the tick 2 here, then you're good to go. Okay, so that is what we have learned today. We have learned how to add gradients, how to add embossment, how to add shadows, and the last thing we are going to do, as I said earlier, we are going to learn how to arrange. Okay, I think that will be in the next video because don't want the video to be long.